Hey guys, this is Bear Gaming and welcome back to our channel. For today's video, we are going to discuss about the second generals of Exos Heroes. So as you know, some of the nations in Exos continent have their second generals already while some don't. You might also notice that most of these second generals do not have a fate for yet except for Honuk and Momoring. We also didn't include them in the hero spotlight videos because I really want to make a separate video about them so we can focus on these second generals more. So in this video, we are going to do that. So first, we are going to the journals button just in case you don't have them yet. There are only 5 second generals that were released and they are fated grade heroes, and as you can see over here, here's Vladimir, Honuk, Athlon, Momoring, and Bloody Phantom. And based on how I see here, I think this is already arranged based on the date that they were released. Because Vladimir was released first, followed by Honuk, and then there was Athlon, Momoring, and the last one that was released was Bloody Phantom. So first we're going to check out Vladimir.
Thank you so
This is her passive. Atonement grants a barrier equal to 8% of own max health to allies for 6 turns when enemy performs an area attack. Grants mana to all back row allies including self when attacked 1 time per round. Then she has this special passive, Imperial Karma, increases attack, defense, and max HP of heroes from Lenombe by 10%. So you guys, if you remember our generals, each of the generals have a special passive where they increase defense, HP, and attack of their heroes under their specific nation. So these second generals also have this. And it says here, if Conquest is in effect, increases 5% instead. So Conquest is the name of the special passive of Rakel. Rakel is the general of Lenombe, right? So if you put Rakel and Vladimir together in one team, there's this Conquest 10% still from Rakel, but for Vladimir's Imperial Karma, it will not be 10%, but it will be 5% instead. So that will be 10% from the first general and plus 5% of the second general. So it's not 10 plus 10, but 10 and 5. So this goes as well to the rest of the second generals. If you happen to put them together with the first general of their nation, therefore there will be a total of 15% increased attack, defense, and max HP. So I hope I'm making sense when it comes to that. Now, her first skill is Demolisher, increases attack of all allies by 11% for 7 turns, increases defense of all allies by 11% for 7 turns, and grants increased counter rate to self and all back row allies by 15% for 7 turns as well. So this is a total buffing skill. Now, her second skill is Karma Obsession, deals 127% lifesteal damage to all enemies and heals for 30% of the damage dealt. And there is a 55% chance of a target with Provoke for 4 turns. So those are her skill. Now we are going to check her out here in the hero introduction. So you can see this is Vladimir. She has these chains on her arm and I don't know what's it called. Maybe this is called a pinion or a piston. I'm not quite sure. But this is actually her weapon. And just so you know guys, these second generals do not have an exclusive equipment. So I'm pretty sure that most of the characters, well not most, but all of the characters here based on their original grade or grade, legendary grade. Well, when it comes to their original state, everyone doesn't have an exclusive equipment unless they have a fate for it, right? So you can see there are a lot of tattoos in her body and she has this short hair and it's actually bluish purple. I really like her style. She really looks tough, right? So for the appearance effect,
Close your eyes. It's time to play naughty.
Monster of the Prison, Vladimir. This is the default mode and this is the battle mode. Now for the illustration. And we are going to check out her skill preview. This is her basic attack, and it looks like she hurls the chains and this thing, and she actually kicks them towards the enemy. Really nice. The first skill.
Don't report this. I'm supposed to be nice.
You can see her magic effects are all purple. You can see that glyph, and that's really something. Very nice effects. When it comes to her second skill,
You're the ones who came to visit me? Let's start with a good feeding.
I really like the last part where she brushes her hair. That really looks cool. So those are the skill animations of Vladimir. Now we are going to check out the hero story. Place here, Paladin Vladimir, sex is female, nation Lenombe. Hero tier fated or fated grade hero. Element is machine, she is 24 years old. Race human, position defense or defense type hero. Birthday is on July 31st. A prisoner who is locked away at the deepest part of Lenombe's dungeon. There aren't a lot of people who know of Vladimir's real identity, but most people can assume how much of a threat she possesses from her position at the highest security room in the dungeon, along with all the tattoos that cover her body. But to those who know the truth, she is a complicated figure. She voluntarily gave up herself and imprisoned herself while endlessly blaming herself in agony about the things she had done. Such actions almost make her seem like an ascetic searching for a savior. That's why it will take much longer before she can step away from her chains, because she's one who does not forgive herself the most. Now, reading her background story, I'm kinda curious what happened to her before. So that's the hero story or background story of Vladimir. Now we are going to proceed to the next one, which is Honok.
Let's finish them off a little faster.
His passive is Eye of Brilliance, heals ally by 15% of own max health if a back row ally gains 4 mana in a single round. Grants increased attack by 35% for 4 turns before the attack lands if an ally besides self performs a single attack. You have this Osiris, the special passive of Honok, increases attack defense and max HP of heroes from Wasted Red by 10%. If Tertio is in effect, increases 5% instead. So Tertio is from Garf. Then we have the first skill, Ra Horakti. Grants all back row allies with increased attack speed by 16% for 7 turns and grants 1 mana to ally with the highest attack speed. Now his second skill is Harmakis. Deals 89% damage to all enemies and heals all allies by 17% of own max health. Revives 1 ally from the back row with 15%, so he can revive. Those are his skill set. Now we are going to check him out further over here. You can see he's actually the brother of Baraka. And I am pretty sure you can see the resemblance. He has this bird. I think this is a hawk rather than an eagle, right? I'm pretty sure this is a hawk. So you can see there are gold highlights on his hair. Really nice. This is the default mode. And this is the battle mode wherein I think his bird transformed to a bow, right? You can see the hawk design here, so I think that's his bird. Now for the appearance effect.
I know all about surviving in the barren lands. Keep your eyes on my back and follow me.
Ooh, very flashy. Desert Sun Honok. Now for the illustration. Then skill preview. That's the basic attack, and you can see, wow, that's really nice. Lots of feathers. Wow, that's something. Now for the first skill.
Looks like you're finally willing to join the fight.
Wow.
This is a blessing. Both for me and for you.
That's so nice. And I think his bird is called Titi. Now
We
for the
have a
second skill.
Clear view today. Yeah? Thought you could escape from me that easily? Unfortunately, you thought wrong.
Oh, so definitely. Definitely, the bow he's holding right now is actually his bird. That's really awesome. I think this is the only character here in Exos Heroes who has this kind of skill wherein his pet transforms to a weapon. You think so? But all in all, it's really nice. And now we are going to check out the hero story. It says here, Cleric Honok, sexist male, nation wasted red, hero tier fated or fated grade hero, element is light, he's 18 years old, he's human, and position, support or support type hero, birthday is on August 20. The heir to the throne of West Red. Although he is generally considered to become a wise ruler, there are those who still do not view him as the rightful heir. And they try to justify their claims by speaking of Honok's youth. In the past, Honok was a lot more tense than he is now, acting very emotionally and hateful towards Barak. But not even those who oppose Honok do not claim that his skills, personality, and insight for politics are lacking. And today, Honok and Baraka get along just fine, which is why those people who oppose Honok's claim to the throne do not have a strong foothold within the royal court. Honok seldom receive questions regarding Baraka during the occasional social gatherings, questions in regards to how he turned around and become close to Baraka. And to this, Honok always answers with the same response, silence. Really nice background story. And I think that goes well with the real life world we have in. If we can't answer some certain questions that are sometimes really awkward, I think it's best to keep quiet. So, that's Honok, and we are going to check his orange Fate Core first, because he has one. Okay, let's just go here in the Fate Core button, then we are going to choose events, because this is where we can find the orange Fate Cores. Honok's Fate Core is actually for free, and I remember I actually got the Fate Core first, before the hero itself. So you can see this is Honok over here, and there's Momori. First, we're going to check out Honok's. Luck and Virtue Honok. Honok from a parallel world who is celebrating a special holiday. Although Honok initially looked forward to the family's gathering, he is feeling uneasy due to his brother's grim expression. Now, just like the rest of the Orange Fate Cores, the passive and the skills doesn't have any changes. Now we're going to take a closer look here at Honok. You can see he has this winter attire. Really cozy, right? With the scarf, and he actually has eyeglasses. And his bird is now an owl, compared to the fated version who is actually a hawk, right? Okay, for the illustration, you can see this is actually cute. You can see the owl holding this coin pouch. Now this is the default mode, and this is the battle mode wherein the owl transformed to a bow again. So again guys, they don't have an exclusive equipment, but we are going to check out the skill preview. I'm not quite sure if the fated version has those rainbow effects. That one.
It's a very good
First skill,
isn't it? Spread our wishes across the world.
that's really nice. So I think
Spectres roam.
the skill animation is just the same as the fated
A
grade
good day
version,
to hold a memorial.
but his lines definitely change. Wow, that's so nice. So those are his skill animations. for the orange fate core. Now we are going to proceed with the next second general. And that is Atlan.
I live to see another day.
So his skill set, the passive is March Path, grants 1 mana to self and target ally at the start of a front row ally's first turn round besides self. Wait, I don't quite get it. Grants 1 mana to self and the target ally at the start of a front row ally's turn. So if any of your front row allies attack, you'll be able to get mana. First turn round besides self. I don't know. It kinda seems to be confusing. Anyway, grants increase max HP and dodge by 15% to self if there are 3 or more front row heroes at the start of battle. So if there are 3 or more front row heroes at the start, their health and dodge will be increased by 15. Oh, to self only. Okay, this is for himself. And if there are 3 or more back row heroes, grants increase attack and hit by 50%. So we all know that in a team there are only 5 heroes, right? So it's either you get 3 front row heroes, or probably 4, or 3 back row heroes, or probably 4. So I guess it's up to you which one you're going to choose. If you're going to put 3 or more heroes up front, so therefore his health and dodge will be increased by 15. But if you're going to put 3 or more heroes at the back, his attack and hit will be increased by 15. So I guess it has something to do with choosing which one best describes your battle style or something like that. So his special passive is Spirit of the Sunset, increases attack, defense, and max HP of heroes from Saint West. So he's the second general of Saint West. And if Centurion is in effect, this is from Kerry. So if you're going to put them together, only 5% of Spirit of the Sunset will take place. And of course, 10% from Centurion. Now, his first skill is Nostalgia, deals 187% piercing damage to one enemy, and afflicts target with decreased max HP by 50% damage to. Triggers 1 time per hero. This is very unique. Now, the second skill is Puesto Sol, deals 375% damage to one enemy and deals 75 extra damage if there are 2 or less surviving allies in the back row. Dissipates upon defeating. So there's also another condition here. And it says dissipates. So for those heroes who have buffs like resurrections and stuff like that, they won't work once this hits. So we are going to take a closer look at Athlon, and you can see this is Athlon. He has this leather jacket. It kinda looks like leather. And he has this big sword, and he really looks chill. Look at his face. So detailed, and oh, he looks handsome. Look at his face. So this is the default mode, and this is his battle mode. Look at the hair. And did you see that? Can you see his teeth? I don't know if it's something to do with the effects or something, but look at his teeth. It's actually glittering. Right? I don't know if you can see this, but just take a closer look at his teeth. You can actually see it's glittering or shining or sparkling. Now for the appearance effect.
Sure expect a lot from a drunkard.
Lots of bottles. Sly old fox. So, illustration. So he kind of looks, you know, kind of sad over here compared to his state. Full preview.
Yeah.
So he knocks the enemy before he slashes it. That's the basic attack. For the first skill,
Okay.
you can actually see Zeon. That's really nice. One of the best skills. Well, you can really hear me say that a lot. Okay, there's Zeon again there. So I'm pretty sure by now you know that Atlan is actually the father of Zeon. This is the second skill.
All right. Let's get this over with.
Wow, so powerful. Okay, now we are going to check out the hero story. Warrior Athlon, sex is male, nation wait. Here I go again. Confusing with Saint West and Wasted Red. I was supposed to say Wasted Red, but again, he's from Saint West. Hero tier, fated or fated grade hero. Element is fire. He's 44 years old. Race, human. Position, attack or attack type hero. Birthday is on May 3rd. The leader of a famed mercenary group in the past. Although he was wrapped in a lot of controversies due to his erratic behaviors, no one doubted his actual skills. When he was young, he committed everything he had to take revenge upon the Northbound Frosty rulers but failed. The last rumor about him was that he had become a hopeless deject upon losing everything. It seemed as if he was going to lead a happy life by creating his own family with Ina. Ina is the mother of Zeon, but that did not last very long. Everyone believed his family was killed during the Red Skull airship incident, but had just given up on life and turned into a drunkard. Whenever he ran out of money for a drink, he would occasionally take on a quick job or two, but due to his inclusive character, he did not gain any fame. Recently, there has been rumors that he settled down in Saint West, but no one knew the exact reason why. If you're doing the chapter stories, at the end part, you can see Athlon. Just as the rest of the second generals, they have a specific part there in the chapter stories where it's about to end. You know, so I don't think it's no longer a spoiler for you guys that Athlon is the father of Zeon, and Athlon happens to be the brother of Emma. So if you remember, Emma is the mother of Raquel, which makes Zeon and Raquel first cousins. So then again, it's no longer a spoiler to you because I'm pretty sure by now you have finished the story chapters. Because I'm pretty sure everyone who plays Exos Heroes, especially to those fans and who are really into this game, also want closure. But it's too bad that, you know, based from this background story of these heroes, I wish the developers could just continue the stories because there are a lot of stories that are hanging and we really want more, to be honest. So that's the background story of Athlon. Now we are going to proceed with Momoring.
Bambi, good job!
So this is not Momoring, this is actually yung Bambe. Momoring is this little girl who's sleeping. So for the passive, it says here Warm Winter. If an ally is afflicted with any debuff at the start of ally's turn, cleanses all debuffs from target one time per round. Grants a barrier equal to 17% of own max health to all allies for 3 turns at the start of one turn. And she has the special passive Eternal Glacier. Increases attack, defense, and max HP of heroes from Northbound Frosty by 10%. But if Iron Army is in effect, increases 5% instead. Iron Army is from Shufraken. So again guys, if you put two generals of the same nation together, the second general will be able to get, or will be able to give 5% only of increased attack, defense, and max HP to the heroes or allies. And that will be 10 and 5%. All in all, it will be just 15%. And that's already big, really. For her first skill is Kabbalah, the first chest. Is it chest? Yes, I'm pretty sure it's chest. Increases, or grant increases attack by 11% to all allies for 7 turns, and increases duration of all buffs on targets for 3 turns. And there's grants 1 mana to all allies. Giver of mana. Have you noticed that all of the second generals here have the nicest skill set? Everyone is really powerful. And it's really nice to have the second general in your team. Personally, I'm using Vladimir in my team along with Raquel. So it's really nice. And for the second skill, it's Wintering, deals 178% damage to all enemies and grants increased health by 18% to all allies. So all of her skills are actually buffs, except for this one. You can also do damage. So now, here in the introduction, you can see Momoring, and she has Yumbambe, the Yeti, as her pet. And this is really nice. Yumbambe is so cute. Just look at his face. For the appearance effect.
us if you want to play together.
Prankster of the Snowy Mountain, Momoring. This is the default mode, and this is the battle mode wherein we can see Momoring is now awake. And based on her looks, I think she's also under the Tori clan, just like April, Nika, Legger, Leafy, and I think it's Corgi also. Illustration, you can see clearly. And for the skill preview, that's the basic attack. And if your eyes are not quick, you might mistaken that Yumbambe is throwing Momoring towards the enemy, but he actually just look at his hands where Momoring is, and you can also see his other hand wherein he hurls this snowball. So here's Momoring, but he uses his left arm to smash the ball. Because first, or during the first time I saw this, I think I saw him throw Momoring, but it's not. So, the first skill.
This is going to be cold. Strike down!
Wow, that's so nice. You know me guys, I really love Heroes of the Ice element.
This is it!
This is the second skill.
Don't you underestimate me! Full speed ahead!
I think that's an igloo. So Yumbambe smashes the igloo and it actually collapses towards the enemy. Really nice. One of the nicest skill animations I've seen, really. Now we are going to the hero story. Enchanter, Momoring, sex is female, nation, Narbonne Frosty, hero tier fated or fated grade hero, element frost. She's 14 years old, race Tori clan, so there we go, she's under Tori clan, so she's probably a distant cousin of April, Nika, Leafy, Legger, or probably Corgi as well. A young girl, oh wait, she's a support type hero, and then birthday is on November 17. A young girl from the Tori clan living deep within the snowy mountains. Momoring's village is completely cut off from the outside world thanks to Misty's blessing. Again, another information that we should know. Since ancient times, her clan has befriended the wild Yeti in the area, thus Momoring naturally grew up together with the Yeti Yumbambe. Although Yumbambe is a lot bigger, Momoring is apparently older from her furry friend, although she seems to be the only person who claims that. Sometimes the duo becomes curious and hikes down to the middle of the mountains, but the climate becomes too hot for Yumbambe and the two are forced to return to the village. Momoring loves the fabled tales that have been passed down the ages within her village, which is why she believes the story to be true and always base her actions by it. Every day, dreaming of keeping her clan's promise with Misty, Momoring marches around the snowy mountains with Yumbambe. That's a very nice background story. And she also happens to have an orange fate core, so let's check it out. Let's go back to the events fate core theme again. And I'm pretty sure we've already covered everything here, right? I think it's only Momoring's costume left. Petite present Momoring. Momoring from a parallel world who is enjoying the holidays. She is celebrating the holidays with her greatest friend in the rough snowy mountains. After seeing that Momoring dressed up as Santa, Yumbambe transformed into Rudolph as well. The pile of gifts shared in the joyous days are just an extra. So just like any of the orange fate core, it doesn't have any additional skills. So let's proceed here in the hero introduction. You can see this is a very nice costume. I don't know about you guys, but I really love characters of any mobile games or even console games that I play that has Christmas costumes. It's really nice. Look, just look at Yumbambe's fingernails. It's also painted with Christmas design. So detailed. Really cute. Illustration. Okay, you can see there. Mama Ring. And for the skill preview. Okay, that's the basic attack. Now for the first skill.
The joy of the holidays. Let everyone enjoy them.
Wow.
Nice
So it's just the same as his or her Fated Grade version.
We can win. With the happiness of this special day. Charge right in.
Wow. Really like it. By the way, this is the default mode and this is the battle mode. Really nice. So that's the orange fate core of Mama Ring. Now we are going to discuss about the last second general, right? The last one, which is Bloody Phantom.
How unfortunate. You could have been with us.
We are going to check out the skill set. His passive is Trace of Trick. Grants stealth to self for 4 turns at the start of own turn and increases own dodge by 35% during stealth. Purges 2 debuffs from target if the target being attacked from stealth has any buffs. Shadow of the East. This is the special passive of Bloody Phantom. Increases attack defense and max health of heroes from Brunn. Okay, so he's the second general of Brunn. And if Nationalism is in effect, increases 5% instead. Nationalism is from Dorka. We have the first skill, Rampant Evil. Deals 63% damage to all enemies and 45% chance to afflict target with decreased health by 11% for 7 turns. And there's also a 45% chance to afflict target with nullify buff. So when it comes to Momoring and Honok, if their first skill is a total buff, this one on the other hand is a total debuffing skill. His second skill is Divine Dance. Deals 525% damage to one enemy and grants stealth to all allies in the same row as self. So that's the back row. For 6 turns, remove upon receiving a damage. Okay. Those are the skill set of Bloody Phantom, and you can see here in the hero introduction, he has this jacket with very long sleeves. His costume is more on the ancient side of Exos Heroes perhaps, and you can see this mask. We really don't know what he really looks like behind those masks, or that mask. The appearance effect.
You is our pride.
Okay, you can see the glimpse of his eye. Dorka Servant. Okay, so he's Dorka Servant. Wow, that's really nice. This is default mode, and this is the battle mode we're in. We can see he's floating. I don't know, the way he put his jacket on, I think it's kinda on the modern side as well as the ancient side too, because we can see the boots. I think these are called greaves. A mix of modern and ancient. And I don't know if you can see there are letters on his shoulders or the sleeves. Okay, the illustration. And then we have the skill preview. This is the basic attack, and you can see he suddenly disappears and then appears right in front of the enemy.
The world will become
First skill.
by the speed of the sunset.
Wow, that's really nice. Ooh, fireworks. Now for the second skill. Okay, you get to see his eye again.
Composure.
Wow. That really looks awesome. Have you noticed that all of the generals, second generals, skill animation are quite flashy. I don't know. I'm lost with words. Everything is nice, really. So those are the second generals of Exos Heroes. Again, we have
Watching you
Vladimir,
fight.
Good work,
Ono,
TT.
Athlon, Momoring,
How
and Bloody
unfortunate.
Phantom.
You could have been
I don't
with
know.
us.
I really thought when it comes to Bloody Phantom, first I thought his name is Dokaibi because we can see that Dorka is mentioning that in the chapter story as well. So over here in the Managed Heroes, you can see I have some copies like
Watching
Vladimir.
you fight.
Okay, I'm using her in my Lenombe team. Then there's also Bloody Phantom. I'm also using him
Could have been with us.
in my Brunn team. Then when it comes to Honok, Athlon, and Momoring, I'm not using them currently, so they are somewhere right there. Okay, so we are just going to look for them. So here's Honok with his Orange Vapor costume.
Joyful day.
I haven't equipped anything on him, but I'm going to do that later on. So there's Honok, and then we are looking for Athlon. Oh, I haven't fusioned those Fate Cores that we got from yesterday's. Oh wait, from Monday's Ultimate Summoning video. So here's Momoring,
Easy win. Success.
and the last one is Athlon, and I happen to have two
Finally get some
copies.
sleep today.
So there we go. And also, I happen to scout those excess copies of the rare grade heroes and below. And I just haven't completed the scouting for those legendary heroes and fated grade. Also, I haven't fusioned yet the copies of April and as well as Garfs, right? I have some copies of Blue Fate for Garf, which I'm going to do that after recording this video. And also, definitely, like the one I mentioned in yesterday's video, I'm definitely going to buy
Please look forward to our
the
next
exclusive equipment of
concert.
April,
What are you doing?
Battery,
Our next schedule
sorry,
is
it's
waiting.
Bernadette, Garth,
Cannot claim
and the
victory
last
on
one
your own.
is Dorka,
This was
right?
expected.
Those are the heroes because we have around 94,619 says. So if ever each of their exclusive equipment costs 20,000, so 2,468, I will be spending 80,000 says for those. But still, I kind of have this thought that maybe tomorrow, which is a Thursday, I don't know, maybe they're going to give us a last update wherein they are going to make a huge sale wherein everything cost will be 50% discount of the CES. I don't know. It's just my imagination. So I just have this thought. So if that won't happen tomorrow, even though it's just my imagination, I'm going to proceed with the purchasing because the last thing I want to happen is maybe the developers will be thinking that they are going to make a huge sale. Everything that can be bought with CES or using CES will be having a half price discount, something like that. Just maybe, who knows? So I don't know. Just my imagination. So anyway, guys, that will be all. I'm starting to talk a lot again. So that will be all, guys, for today. I hope you enjoy watching or checking out the second generals. So yeah. Please do not forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel and also for my YouTube channel as well, where you can see all of my mobile games and console games adventure. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so that you'll be updated with the latest, well, not totally latest, so that you'll be updated with the latest videos from Bear Gaming. This is Bear Gaming, yep. Have a nice day, everyone.